Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we're going to be doing the level 70 quest, Lola Forgemaster. It's one of the crafting quests from uh, Shadowbringers. Lola seems perturbed by a crafting conundrum. Well, yes, it's not bad exactly. How can I put this? It's just lacking a certain originality. I'm not sure I understand. Our goal here is to attract a new customer base with innovative and eye-catching craftsmanship, and we won't succeed by retreating the same tired ground as, oh, who have we here? A stranger to our fair city, and an artisan too, if I'm not mistaken. My name's Lola. I'm affiliated with the Facet of Forging, but I also run a private forge, the Iron Bellows it's called. There was a time when we boasted of gathering the finest metalworkers in the trade, and then business in the Crystalline started going downhill. They were first to hang up their hammers even before my dear father, the warrior rests his soul, passed the bellows on to me. And now Iceman's the only employee I have left. Solid, dependable, old Iceman. That's me. As for commissions, we have a few... As for clients, we have a few commissions outside our contract with the city guard, and that income barely covers our day-to-day expenses. I'll be forced to close down the forge for long if I don't try something drastic. So I'm working on a plan. We'll broaden our horizons and our potential market with a range of new and novel wares. Fine idea, you might think, but we've hit something of a snag. Well, Iceman can reproduce our usual stock with uncanny accuracy. It would seem his singular talent doesn't lend itself to creative endeavors. I have to follow the design. I can't help it. Well, that's enough of my rambling. Where did you say you were from? Same place as the Exarch. Interesting. Wait, no, not interesting. This is marvelous. Don't you see? You must have knowledge of a dozen techniques that we've never even heard of. Please, help us develop our new wares. I'll gladly pay you. It'll have to be in crafter script, but still, what do you say? I guess... We're saved! Phew, now before you do anything, we need to go and parley with the Zune. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Upright lizard people? There's a tribe of them living here in the city. Not much trade with the Zune thus far, but I aim to change all that, assuming we can devise a product with which catches their interest. We'll be dipping into a well of untapped profit. Go on, let's head over to the Amaro launch and learn a few things about our prospective customers. It's time to get the Iron Bellows back on track. Good luck. What do you want with me? This may seem like an odd request, but I was hoping you might help me gain a better understanding of your people. I'm working to expand my range of goods, you see, and any insight you can offer would be appreciated. They're one of the Crystalline's artisans, and I would not deny you a sincere desire to learn. We have soon earn a living as Amaro breeders, and clothe ourselves with their hide and bone. Such has been our tradition since we roamed the land as nomads. Is it difficult to raise such large animals? There are risks. When the females are with young, they become temperamental and have been known to bite their handlers. Ouch, I imagine those jaws would inflict some nasty injuries. Yes, the wounds often lead to fever and illness and even death. Any item you craft that would help prevent such tragedies would find no few interested parties. Leave it to me, the Iron Bellows will strive to provide you with everything you need. Let's head back to the Mean. What do you think? Did our chat with the Zune give you any ideas? Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Just come to collect our old tools, then we'll be on our way. Facet of Forging has plenty of jobs for enterprising individuals, and I'd rather work than starve, no offense. None taken. Those two are Kelowna and Sue Rind, former employees of the Billows. If you hadn't guessed that already, they used to look out for me like I was their little sister. When the business fell in hard times, they struck out on their own. I can hardly blame them. They have families to feed, and the Facet of Forging has paying contracts. Which is why this endeavor is so important. If it succeeds, then mayhap I can convince them both to come back to the Bellows. And maybe, just maybe, I can buy back the ring we lost to pay back our borrowed coin. Or am I being too greedy now? When our business started to falter, my father made an arrangement with the moneylender known as Walden. It was a poor gamble at best. Things went from bad to worse, and when we failed to meet the payments on time, Walden demanded something of value from us. My father surrendered the gift he had made for my mother, a ring she never had the chance to wear before she passed away. That ring is all I have left to remember them by, and I would dearly love to have it back. But I can't afford to worry about some keepsake. I need to focus on rebuilding the Forge's finances and regaining our lost employees. Right, let's throw out some ideas. What manner of item could benefit the Zune in their daily lives? Nothing comes to mind then. Oh, but didn't you say you hailed from the Exarch's homeland? Do you still have tribes like the Zune where you're from? That might give you a starting point to consider. Ah, well, I suppose that might reduce the danger of Amaro biting the fingers which feed them. It seems too simple. Yet, we'd still be the first to forge to stock gauntlets crafted expressly for Zune hands. Let's see what we can put together. Okay. See what you can put together. It's for work. I'd like to see Amaro try to bite through these beauties. Delivery gauntlets to the Zune for their appraisal. I can only hope they're as impressed as I was. A word with you, please. Is something wrong? I should speak with the artisan who crafted the gauntlets. Ah, that would be them right there. First, let me say that my people are not accustomed to wearing metal armor. Our natural scales are hard as steel to begin with, and we do not like to announce ourselves with flashy adornments. We wear only what is essential. The exception to this would be our hide jackets, a memento from those beloved Amaru who we would remember after their passing. In short, we have no use for bulky protective garments. They'd only get in our way. No, I should have known not to get my hopes up. But then I tried using the gloves to handle one of our feistier beasts. She clamped her jaws on my fingers, and I didn't feel a thing. She's like, oh, this is so much good news. What's more, where I expect the material to be heavy and my movements clumsy, it almost felt as if I was working with bare hands. You tell the gauntlets to meet our particular needs, and we would acknowledge that effort with suitable payment. That's all I came to say. Phew, for a moment there I thought we'd made a mistake. He seemed pleased, didn't he? More than that, he was delighted. I have an eye for artisans, but I didn't realize you were this talented. I mean, you've only crafted one new design, and already my business with Azun is off to a grand start. I might even be able to pay Iceman his wages this year. I feel like with you here, bringing back my old employees is not the distant dream it once was. Please say you'll stay here and help. Keep your tools at the ready and I'll find us some more customers to impress. Just the person I wanted to see. It's all happening so fast, we received orders for more of those gauntlets you crafted. As I told you, Iceman has a knack for copying existing designs, so I set him loose on the new commissions. After all, he needs to work for his wages. That's a change from working for nothing. And as for you, I need another crafting miracle to impress our next potential client, the Mord. Have you been to Omarang? The Mord people have a city there, founded on mining and trading. I myself do some groundwork, but talking about new wares they might need wasn't high on the agenda. No, the Mord seemed more intent on feeding me worms. A local delicacy or so they said. I could barely choke one down. Really? The taste started to grow on me after a while. I must have eaten a couple of buckets worth while I was still waiting to get paid. I'm so sorry, Iceman. I truly am. Well, my visit to the Mord was something of a loss, but mayhap you have some insight that we could build upon? Incubators? For bombs? Surely you're not serious. But it sounded good. Something to keep their squirmy treats safe. I don't know how the Mord will react to that, but I suppose it's worth a try. Make me a worm jar, if you please. I wish I could do more to revive the bellows myself, but it's your crafting prowess that will truly make the difference. I'm grateful for your help. Thank you. I contend this quality should keep those wriggling morsels safe and fresh. Not that I ever want to eat them. Right, I've done my part and delivered your work to our potential clients in Mordsuk. Hopefully they'll like what they see. This is forged where the metal jars are made, yes? I want to talk to the makers. Welcome, welcome. You've come to the right place. What did you wish to discuss? For white earthworms, freshness is best. They fare poorly in sunlight. Death follows soon. They don't keep well. They do taste better fresh from the dirt, that's true. What is it with you and worms, Iceman? I'm beginning to think you're a Mord in disguise. I never tried to store earthworms before, but when we put them in your new jar, they stayed happy in the dark. Safe and squirming and delicious. And since the jar is made of metal, it doubles as a cooking pot. Over the fire and dinner is served. Whoever made such a wonderful utensil understands the Mord, understands worms. If you made any more jars, we'd make you an offer. We have much to trade, coins to buy. Another happy customer. It's almost too good to be true. By the way, are you one of those worm gourmets too? No. Has to be the white ones. They're meatier than other worms. And you've proven your crafting expertise once again. And thanks to the stability you've given us, I managed to convince an old friend to return. I'm Lola. You might have heard from Lola, but I was working at the bellows until I couldn't anymore. After all Lola's father did for us, abandoning the forge never sat well with me, so I'm glad to have another chance to help the business succeed. And we're incredibly glad to have you. You can work with Iceman crafting stock for all those extra commissions. Did you hear that, Iceman? There's plenty of work to be done. So don't think you can take it easy just because I'm back. Now the reason the white earthworms are meatier has to do with how they survive the arid conditions of Amarang. What is this dolt babbling about? Anyway, now all that's left is to convince Sue Wren to return. I'll schedule a new client, and then you can amaze them with your artisanal brilliance. I was hoping you'd pay a visit. Those dresses you designed are selling like wildfire. We're almost struggling to keep up with the demand. I have both Kalana and Iceman handling the commissions, though, so you and I can turn our attention to bringing in new business. We have the jars under control. There's a worm cuisine craze sweeping through the Crystarium, and we stand to make a good bit of coin. I'll never understand the appeal. But enough about worms. Let's discuss our next client, shall we? The Ondo. They usually keep themselves in their underwater settlements, but word from Calusia says they're willing to engage in trade. So Iceman and I went looking for them. We must have trudged along that coastline for days before we finally chanced across a group spearfishing in the shallows. Did you know the Ondo hunt with harpoons fashioned from coral? Anyway, I was relieved to find that they were quite amenable to the idea of doing business with the bellows. All we need to do now is create an item that Ondo might be interested in purchasing. Anything come to mind? Oh, an improvement to those coral harpoons I mentioned. I think we're on the right track. But wouldn't the metal rust in the seawater? Not depend on the metal used. I know a few tricks and treatments to ward off rust. Let me worry about that part. My dear Colono, rough edges aside, you always did have a knack for the delicate side of ironwork. Well, anything new about the drawbacks to your trading idea? Craft us a three-pronged masterpiece so I'll have the Ondo forking out coin and Sue Wren begging to rejoin our forging family. Colona's boisterous return has brought a much-needed fire back to our forge. Although I'm afraid Iceman now has to work twice as hard to avoid being burned. This is superlative work. The balance and weight are perfect. Why, you can take down a whale with this thing. I'm delivering tidings to the Ondo, and now we wait for their verdict. This is always the most exciting and terrifying part. Is this the Iron Bellows? It certainly is, good sir. Have you come to pay the balance, perchance? So you're the ones responsible for those tridents. Oh no, we've angered them and sold their ancestors, mocked their traditional coral craftsmanship. Not to worry, that's why you keep a bruiser like me around. Our clone, I employ you to hammer iron, not our clients. Listen well, landwalkers. My people dwell beneath the waves where fire does not burn, and we have no skill with forging tools of metal. But we recognize mastery when it is delivered into our very hands. Grant our core spheres, your tridents are stronger and sharper, yet show no sign of rusting in the ocean's water. They will serve us well in the hunt. Such was our joy and satisfaction that I felt compelled to cross the seas, swim along rivers, and trek over land to help heap praise upon their maker. You should give your thanks to them right there. It is they who first proposed and crafted that piece in question. You are the landwalker who came in with the Alphano. It seems your talent in metalwork is the equal of your skill in battle. Once more, you have our gratitude. Here is the coin we owe you. I look forward to your next offering. Well, things appear to be going swimmingly for the Bellows these days. In fact, I might also believe my expertise was no longer required. Surrend, you sneaky bastard. How long have you been there? Was it? I managed to glance at one of those trains you traded to the Ondo, and I must say, I was quite impressed. Your skills are on par with Lola's father, and he was a man of no small talent. To reflect badly upon my character were to accept my former position now. Only after business had taken a turn for the better, and yet I cannot pass up this opportunity to work alongside an artisan of your caliber. Or maybe you just can't stand to be away from me. I've got you pegged, Rend. For the moment, I shall content myself with duplicating your wares in an effort to study your techniques. I assume my assistance will not be turned away. This profession does seem to attract the peculiar types. Still, we should be glad to have Surin back at the forge. If you look past his pretentious manner, you'll find a seasoned craftsman lurking underneath. Even my father put stock in Ren's unmatched speed and precision. Just look at all we've achieved. With your help, we've secured another market in the Ondo and lured back my other lost employee. Not thank you enough. Yet I would ask that you stay in my employ just a little longer. Rehiring my artisans was a costly endeavor, and we'll need every coin your new creations bring in. Hello, welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we're going to be doing the quest to Struggle Numu. Lola appears deep in thought. What to do? Oh, I could use an ear if you have a moment to listen. Between your craft and my negotiations, we've managed to secure contracts with the Zune, the Mord, and even the Ondo. Compared to our previous client list of one whole customer, business improved by leaps and bounds. It's just, after paying regular wages to Iceman and putting up the coin to hire back Kelowna and Surend, afraid the Forge's coffers are close to empty again. I only have two solutions to this problem. One, we seek out a new client with a large-scale commission, fat purse. Or two, I start paying Iceman less than he's worth. Yes, that's probably the best option. Thank you. I'm being honest with you, I actually already had a candidate in mind. The new Moo of Ilmag. They were supposed to be on friendly terms with the people of Vobert, while the kingdom yet existed at least. As for broken deals, treat fairly with them, and they will treat fairly with you, it is said. The main concern is dangers posed by simply entering the domain of the Pixies itself. What we need is an escort to the bargaining table, someone whom the Pixies already know and trust. Don't suppose you know someone like that, do you? Oh, what? You? Can't believe the perfect ambassador for the Bellows was under my nose this entire time. Well then, let's not waste another moment. I'll put my traveling pack together and we'll meet you on the road for Ilmag. Oh, it's been a day. Meg just lies ahead. The fairy folk might try to scare us off, but my will is iron. Once I've chosen a path, there's no stopping me. New and profitable clients, here we come. There's something touching my face. Get it off! Get it off! Quickly, we have to reach the Numo. Why didn't you... Why did I have to come out here and listen to you complain about bug? Why didn't you just get in here and go talk to the... Sometimes it's just like, really? Really? I know you. You won the scepter from the Elder. And this young lady is a friend of yours? Yes, I've come to trade. Your people once served the kingdom of Vobert, and I hope to provide goods on which to spend your stash of Vobert gold. You do have gold, don't you? You desire an exchange. 'Tis a new way to barter one thing for another. But we will not part with our golden treasures if you have naught we deem equal in worth to the coin. Is that iron I smell? You are workers of metal? May have you something to offer us after all. Since the fall of Vobert and the scattering of its people, we have been hard-pressed to obtain new sensors. Sensors? We can forge those. Why, the iron bells will craft you the finest sensors you've ever seen. I mean, once our artisans decide upon a design. Wonderful, I shall come to you upon completion of the first piece. Right then, we should get straight to work. Back to the Mean we go. Okay. This quest actually annoys me. And I'm sure it's not done annoying me yet. Welcome back. You know, I've heard stories about the Numo, but that was the first time I'd seen one in the flesh. They were a little more intimidating than the adorable puppy people I'd imagined. Still, if all goes well, we stand to rake in a stack or two of Vobertite honors. That should take the pressure off the billow's finances for a good long while. So let's put together one spectacular sensor, shall we? If you find yourself needing more materials, Eisman will provide. Unplug the hole I've dug in our finances, and this arrangement with the new Mo has to succeed. Bring me the best sensor you can possibly craft. Why, this is so exquisite, I'm almost tempted to keep it for myself. Our client will be pleased indeed. Now we just wait until Marn arrives to inspect the sensor. Fancy a game of cards? Oh ho, so this is Crystarium. So much life and commotion. Quick, someone pitched me with a pair of flyers. Either I'm dreaming or that's a flying, talking pig. I promise you, you're fully awake. It is I, Nemarn, and this porcine fellow is my familiar. We Numo are bound strongly to the magics of Ilmeg, and straying beyond its borders is unnerving to say the least. I hope you don't mind if I inspect the sensor by proxy. Design. Design is unfamiliar, but entrancing. The metal construction should render it quite durable, yes. Those nasty pests are in for a smoky surprise. Nasty pests, are you suffering some manner of invasion? Our home Plaini is a human place, and it attracts swarms of gnats and the like. So many winged nuisances, in fact, that the buzzing is distracting us from our meditations. With a sensor like this to fill the air with scented smoke, peace and quiet will soon be ours once more. This is a problem we should have taken to the Vobertites once upon a time. Now we have no artisans nearby with whom to trade our shiny coins. So you're saying those gold pieces are just piling up in the corner, taking up room? I'm sure my forge can offer you a way to rid yourself of some of that clutter. Your concern for domestic tidiness is touching. Assuming you can provide more exceptional goods, such as this one, then we shall be glad to feed your golden hunger. Until we meet again. I think we made a favorable impression with Nemarn. Seemed to amuse them, and your craft sealed the deal. To Numo as our clients, I can run the Iron Bellows the way we used to. No more worrying about wages. Everything back in its rightful place. Okay, maybe not everything. But I have to keep this place running for my artisans, not waste money on some sentimental trinket. We walked away when things got rough, left to rebuild the bellows alone. It's about time we returned the favor. Trite, but true. Maybe there is something we can do. I'm ready to put up the next stage of my revival plan in motion. If this goes well, then any lingering fear that the bellows will go belly up can finally be put to rest. I actually already have the client picked out, but I need to make a few preparations first. I'll share the details with you soon. Greetings, ready to conjure up another fantastic new convenience? Look at them. Those three have certainly taken to the work with a passion which I suppose is to be expected from such veteran artisans. Anyway, let's get started on our final project, shall we? The client this time around is the Crystarium's own city guard. I may have mentioned this before, but they've been the only customer that stuck with us through thick and thin, since the time my father ran the bellows. Problem is, father would accept the guard's commissions regardless of the losses we stood to make, and that hit to our profit margin became a major factor in the forge's decline. I understand why he did what he did. The guards protect us from the Sin Eaters, and he wanted to outfit them with the best equipment he could provide. A sharper sword, a sturdier shield. The slightest edge might help against the monsters which took my mother from us. Now more than ever, the Bellows is in a position to supply the Crystarium's defenders in the way my father would have wanted. Remember Nemarn? They recently told me of a special gemstone which can only be found in Lakeland. It seems the Overtype Knights used to carry such a jewel to ward off hostile magics. A talisman of sorts. Well, call it fate, but the City Guard's vulnerability to the arcane was the last project to consume my father's attention before he died. He wanted to fix the flaw he perceived in the armor. It falls to me to complete his legacy. As such, the item you craft is already decided. A neckpiece set with a gemstone from Lakeland. This is it, our final collaboration. I look forward to seeing what masterpiece you devise to protect our soldiers from fell sorcery. When this project's finished, I imagine you'll be off to help someone new. It's been selfish of me to hoard all your talent for myself. Thank you. With these necklaces, our soldiers will be equipped to face down even the scariest arcane threats. I delivered your work to the city guard, so that's that. Our final project together is all but complete. Now we simply wait for the client's verdict. Forgemaster Lola? That'd be me. What can I do for you, Captain Lena? I came to discuss the new equipment you left with our supply officer. Your father always provided us with the highest quality armaments, but was never satisfied with his attempts to infuse arcane resistance. He would have been proud of this neck piece you've crafted. We in the guard face danger on a daily basis. I cannot overstate how much the availability of your potential talisman will benefit morale. I want to visit you in person that I might properly express my gratitude. I am pleased to know that you are pleased, but I can only accept thanks for the idea. The craftsmanship was all them. You, a master artisan? It's no end to your surprises. An impressive talent, isn't it? She's as skilled as my own father was. If that works as a template, I mean to keep the iron bellows producing goods of the highest quality. As such, I also hope the city guard will continue entrusting their commissions to my forge in the years to come. We would consider it a privilege. Be proud to know that the armaments provided by your family's forge serve an integral part of the Crystarium's defense. Did you hear? An integral part, she said. I almost feel like weeping. It's been a long road getting the bellows back on track, and you've stood by me every step of the way. Rest well. You deserve it. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we're doing the Final Fantasy XIV quest, The Iron Bellows. Lola is filled with gratitude towards you. After sitting down telling up the profit from our various adventures, I'd say we have sufficient funds to keep the bellows running comfortably for quite some time. Truly, your goods have brought in a small fortune, yet I still haven't thought of a proper way to thank you. Well, I'm busy with that. Why don't you visit with the Iceman? He mentioned wanting to have a word with you. Knows I'm thinking about trying to arrange a celebration with you and our clients, so I'm guessing he needs your help with the preparations. Nothing gets past me. In my forge, I see everything my artisans do, or don't do for that matter. Last I saw Osmond was over at the Wandering Stairs, assuming you're of a mind to speak to him. Might as well figure out why he's slacking off. Why didn't I do the whole teleport thing? I don't know. That's me being dumb. I'm sorry for making you suffer watching me run all the way over there. I mean, some may argue that I could probably go through and edit that out, but honestly, I just don't have... My editing work kind of sucks. Oh, we've been looking for you. I have a favor to ask you. Wait, what? It was supposed to be a surprise. Lo's head might be filled with figures and finances, but she's got a sharp eye. Should I bop her with my hammer so she forgets what we're up to? So I want to bop you with a hammer, you uncultured brute. Come now, Iceman, spit it out. Was there not something specific you wish to share concerning the upcoming festivities? Oh yes, of course. Fireplan was to surprise Lola with a gift. Something near and dear to her heart. But we're having trouble acquiring the items in question. Some with the ring Lola's father lost to that bastard moneylender. The three of us have been working our fingers to bone this past while, scrimping and saving what we could. Also, we'd have the coin to buy it back. Once we deemed our purse sufficiently hefty, we paid a visit to this nefarious usurer, a shifty fellow by the name of Walden. Yet after we paid the villain his due, he refused to surrender the ring. Apparently, we'd failed to account for the interest accrued in the intervening years. A patently absurd amount. We're at a loss as to what to do next. I was hoping someone as well-traveled as you might have some advice to give. There is that whole hammer. Am I too early? I'm too early. I don't get invited to a lot of parties with people. You seem troubled. Is there a problem with the celebrations? So you did pay this man a fair price, but you did not honor the trade. Demanded more from you? We of the New Mo frown upon deals where the balance of value swings too far in one side's favor. This Walden fellow sounds in need of a lesson in equilibrium. Oh, I'd love to teach him a lesson. The only one I can think of is like to leave me covered in blood and arrested by the guard. Let's not attempt anything rash. 'Twould only add to Lola's woes. Still, I'm afraid a civilized approach has already failed to persuade that unmannered churl to part with the ring. No violence will be necessary, my friends. I have an idea. This is your moment to shine. I'm going to supply you with some materials. Use them to make a ring of finest quality, then give it to Iceman. I realize this is all very mysterious, but I ask you to trust me. Everything will be explained soon enough. I'll just stand around here until the ring is ready. Oh, that didn't take near as long as I thought it would. That's beautiful work. See, Nemarn, what exactly is the plan for this ring? Jars I provided them with were prepared with a minor enchantment. Walden will be so taken with our ring that he'll be willing to offer Lola's ring in trade. What, just like that? I doubt as well, but I say we'll give it a try. Right then, let's pay another visit to Walden. Will you come along? You're lurking around Musica and Universalis. Where? Back so soon? We came for the ring, Walden. We already paid you a fair price for its return. Let me spell it out for you again, boy. No money, no ring. You'll get naught but curses till you cough up the interest to what's owed me. We don't have that kind of money, but we do have another ring you might be interested in. Care to trade? Trade? Do I look like a flea market to you? I only deal in cold, hard coin. Oh, maybe you should inspect the quality of the goods before you make up your mind. Here, see how it glitters? Well, ain't that a pretty little thing? I had no idea such beauty still exists in this world. It's just so precious. I really would appreciate the craftsmanship. It ain't often I get my hands on a proper treasure like this one. Get yourself a deal, boy. Here, take your bleeding ring. Go on, take it. Pleasure doing business with you. Truly, you're a worthless old antique. There's only one ring I care about now. My precious. The way his eyes lit up was almost disturbing. Just what kind of spell did Nemarn weave into those materials? Well, we'd best be getting back to the others. The festivities aren't going to prepare themselves. Strange business that, but at least we have the ring Lola wanted. Now we can celebrate without a care. Although we should probably finish up the preparations before the guests arrive. Lola, we have a gift for you. Oh, a gift? Is it flowers? Some sweet treat from the markets? As if you'd want something as pointless as that. Indeed. I'd rather a sack of coins than some silly, smelly bouquet. Not so coins, I'm afraid, but it is a precious metal. Iceman, are you proposing? I know I'm pretty for a smithy, but this is all too sudden. Just stay a moment. That's my father's ring. Where? How? I will stand by you when the bellows need us most, so we got back the thing you most wanted instead. Fittingly, your efforts to revive the forge were the reason we could earn enough money to buy the trinket back in the first place. That and a dash of their exceptional craftsmanship. I don't know what to say, except thank you. I thought myself alone since my father died, but it seems I do have family around me after all. And now we see the girl behind the Forgemaster's mask. A bittersweet day. It's only been an interesting one. Speaking of which, you never did tell us what kind of enchantment you put on the moneylender's new ring. He all but snatched it out of my hand. Oh, that was not magical. His desire for the ring was born entirely of his mundane greed. I knew that an avaricious wretch such as Walden would soon see the value of their craft. My contribution was far less innocuous, a little curse of misfortune to punish his unfair weighting of the scales. The man's financial luck is about to take a decidedly ugly turn for the worse. You don't look so worried. I'd never weave curses upon an upstanding trading partner such as you. Keep the balance and all will be well between us. It's like, okay, that's good. I'm so worried about this. And I mean, I can't really blame him. It's like, oh. So in other words, he's going to be financially ruined by a curse on a ring because he's a greedy little piece of shit. It's good to see you. All the excitement has left me feeling positively drained. All that proper food has left me feeling unusually full. Oh, I feel like someone's been using my head for an anvil. Don't remember much after the 10th tankard. Should I remind you then, in your inebriation you deemed necessary to initiate a brawl with our Zune guest? The tavern keep will be sending a bill for the destruction you caused to his establishment. I might have stopped her instead of making wagers on the outcome, Rand. Tell me why I rehired you people again. I suppose the answer to that is right in front of me. I still can't believe you managed to prize it from Walden's grubby hands. Come done without them and Niemarn. I thank you. You've been here for me every step of the way. From here on in, I think I can keep the bells running under its own steam. If there's any trouble, I have these 3 miscreants to help me deal with it. Put us in a good place. but know you're welcome to come and visit anytime you like. And don't forget to take your payment. You've certainly earned it. Well, there we go. We finished that quest. Thank you for joining us here today for this little video here on YouTube. Hopefully we'll see you again either for another video here on YouTube or maybe one of our mini streams over on Twitch, the same channel name. Till then though, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.